So let's go through a few of the cuts. We'll do the chiffonade of basil for dessert. Chiffonade means shredded in French, and so it's a very, very fine shred of anything it could be. I mean, it could be a chiffonade of cabbage. But here we're going to do it with basil. So you take the basil leaves, and maybe you'll take 5 or 6 or whatever. You'll pile them on top of each other. And then you roll them up like you're rolling up a carpet or a cigarette or something, just like that. And then again, taking your knife in the one hand, and the other thing I didn't mention is you're kicked up on that handle, right? You are not doing any of this anymore. I'll have to break that habit if any of us have that habit. No more of the finger on the blade, because when you have your finger on the blade, your wrist is really wobbly and you don't have very much control of the knife. When you kick up on the handle a little bit and hold your thumb on one side and your finger on the other, you have much more control of the knife and where it goes and how it angles. So our elbow's kicked out, my finger is against my knife, and the tip won't leave the edge of the end of the board. And I just make these nice long cuts, and I'm exaggerating the movement here of the knife, but the entire blade of the knife is open and available for your use. You're not relegated to the tip where you have to cut like this. You're not relegated to the tip. You have the entire blade of the knife. And you see there's no green on the cutting board. I'm not smashing the basil. I'm not smashing any of the herbs. I'm just using the entire blade to cut through and make a nice shred. So that's a chiffonade. I'm going to show you how to segment fruit. And we'll do that with the serrated knife, as you can see. So round, you know, rolling all over the cutting board, not fair, so we need to make it flat. So we cut off both ends. Oh, are these blood oranges I bought? Wow, cool. We have blood oranges tonight. And so we have nice flat orange or grapefruit. And we set it on the cutting board. What I want to do is we want to take the peel off, and we want to maintain the integrity of the shape of the orange or the grapefruit. So we don't want to just lop it off straight down. We want to maintain that curve. So start with your knife flat on the top of the fruit, and then you cut down and you follow the curve of the orange so that theoretically you're finishing and your knife is parallel or whatever to the floor, right? So you do this all the way around, and you might need to bring it to the edge of the board so that your knuckles can hang down as you get to the other side. Like so, and then you continue on, and then after you're done you go back, take off any white pith that might be lingering, and then take a bowl, and holding the fruit over the bowl, you see these membranes here, right? So you're going to cut on either side of the membrane, and the fruit forms a V. So think about using your knife to form a V and to cut out the pieces of fruit. And then when you're done, you would squeeze out, whoops, there we go. You'll squeeze out what's left, and you'll put all the juice in the bowl. Okay, and then we have julienne. I'll do a carrot as an example. Julienne and brunoise. Julienne is like matchsticks, you know, 2.5 inches long by 1/4 by 1/4 inch. So nice fine matchsticks. So you put it into, you cut the carrot or whatever it is that you're cutting into like a reasonable size that you can manage. So if you want to do it into like 2-inch pieces, you can do that. Again, it's round, so you don't want it rolling all over the board on you. So you cut a nice flat surface. And now you have the carrot flat, and you can just eat that. And then you'll take the carrot and you'll make boards that are 1/4 inch thick, like this. And then you take those boards, and you might do 1 or 2 at a time, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then you make matchsticks or julienne. Like this. And then you can take those matchsticks and you make brunoise, which is a 1/4 inch square. So you have nice little, and these are, you know, these kinds of cuts I find are really nice for, you do this on a bigger scale with the soup, but I find these cuts are really nice if you're going to use something as garnish.